I'm really excited to show you this vanity and tell you about putting it together. I was so excited, in fact, that I couldn't even wait to get it in the house. We were still in the garage where it was assembled. Just moved to a new place, so we have lots of new furniture that we are putting together and lots of things going on. And so, sorry it's in the garage, but I will be giving you an in-depth look at this. So, real quick, before we get started, I always like to show people the manual that comes with it. And so you can pause at any of these pages. My husband is the one who put this together. So real quick, if you want, you can feel free to pause. It's a pretty extensive manual, and so I don't think I'm gonna hit every page, but you can get a sense of it's pretty extensive to put together by all those parts. And so again, feel free to pause at any of these pages. But it took him probably, and my husband's really good at putting stuff together. I would say it took him cumulatively about 4 hours to put together. So it was a decent sized project, and lots of little parts, lots of things. But that's because this vanity has a lot of really cool features that I'm going to show you. So he did say if I told you one thing, he said make sure you tell them that they should just get a drill. They do include a screwdriver with this kit, and I'll show you that in a second. Everything that comes with it. But he said, please just tell them to get a drill. It's going to save them so much more time. And he said, do be careful with the drill because it does make it easier to strip the screws. So that is his pro tip for putting it together. But yes, about a 4-hour commitment for a handy guy. So anyway, I'm not going to continue with that, but you can kind of get the idea there. It's a pretty hefty manual. So like I said, it did come with a screwdriver and a few extra little parts here. You got an extra wooden dowel, a couple of those extra screw locky things if you've ever put that stuff together. And you do have a mounting kit, wall mounting kit for safety. So I'm going to toss all that inside the drawer here really quick so I can give you a closer look. So some really cool features about this. Actually, one of the first things I noticed, because I tried to pull it out, was in the bench, it opens up. So you actually have a whole storage in here. So this is one of those areas where he did push it too far, and so you can see that we punched a hole. So just be careful with that screwdriver is the one thing. So, but a really nice plush sort of bench here, and a nice clean white look there, and you have storage. So you can see the extensive amount of storage that comes. That's what I was most excited about with this thing. And so you have these nice glass top drawers. So there's 2 separate drawers here, and you can see I put the instructions in one of them there. So you can probably, you could put earrings and one of those little things that you can see all your jewelry that displays it upwards, like those little ring pincher things, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that type of stuff can go in there, and you could readily see your jewelry and things. That's probably how I am going to use that. And then you have all these drawers that hide so much stuff. So you have 4 on each side. They are all the same size, and they open really nicely, which is great. And I like that it also has this little kind of C shape there, so it's easy for your fingers to grab. So I do have it plugged in. I did do that much because I wanted to show you some really cool stuff. So you are going to need 2 different plugs. So I don't have this part plugged in yet, but I do have the light plugged in, and I'll show you the 3 light modes. This you plug in because you have this outlet on the side. We have USB-A, USB-C outlets, and then you have 2 just regular outlets. So you can plug in any little appliances you want. You got a hairdryer rack, or maybe another small appliance rack right there, which is fantastic. And then here is really cool. You have your on-off button right there built into the glass, which is super, super chic. So turn it on. The first level is like a daylight type. Second is a warm light. And third, there were 3 different settings. I can't remember what they were. This looks like the daylight kind of one again. White light or something like that. So anyway, really cool. I like that it's built right in there. I think that's super neat. And it turns blue when it's on and then white when it's off. And then you have this little mirror up top here, which is kind of a suction cuppy type thing, so you can move that around. But it's a magnified mirror. So if you're trying to pluck your eyebrows or something, you can put that right here, and it's like a 5 times magnifying or something like that. So anyway, really cool. I'm really excited about this. I think it's great for like my daughter's room, or that's what we would use it for. And so, but certainly if an adult wanted to use it, it's definitely nice enough for that. So overall, I think it's pretty sturdy. It's heavy, so that's why I didn't move it. It's going to take two of us to move it. and I was really excited to film this for you. And so the bench, I am 6'2". I am pretty large for a woman. The bench holds me just fine and feels pretty sturdy. And so, like I said, just be careful because you will punch a hole through if you're using the screwdriver and you're not careful. But you can see those hinges are solid. Those are some big hinges for such a little bench. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how it went together, especially because I'm not the one who had to put it together. So I did, when I saw this, I was really excited to try it out. And so I did reach out to the company to ask for a free sample in exchange for an honest review. So I am an Amazon associate. I do earn from qualifying purchases, full disclosure. But in order to keep it honest, I like to just tell you our experience with it and show you the product in depth like I just did and let you make the decision. So hopefully that helps you decide if this is for you.